Hello, my name is Paul Jenkins, Managing Director of UK Packaging Innovation Consultancy, the Pack Hub. Welcome to our latest webinar, Plastic Packaging Innovations. What will we cover over the next 55 minutes or so? As always, there's a short introduction about the Pack Hub and our Innovation Zone packaging platform. We'll then dip straight into looking at the latest plastic packaging innovations in part one of our survey. Then delighted to be speaking to David Rimmer, who's Managing Director at Unette Group, who will be talking about reducing plastic waste through innovative packaging solutions. We'll then whiz back into looking at some new and exciting plastic packaging innovations in part two of our summary from our Innovation Zone packaging platform. As always, opportunities to ask any questions. We've got a Q&A session towards the end of this session. So please use the Zoom panel at the bottom of your screen to ask us any questions about the content that you hear today. We'll then finish with details of our next event. So as I said, get your questions in. You will get a link to this webinar recording post-event via email tomorrow. And all our video content is available on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Pack Hub. So who are we at The Pack Hub? We're a leading packaging innovation consultancy offering 4 areas of service: project management and technical support. So we can work on projects large and small to meet your needs. We also obviously do events, so not only webinars, but also in-person seminars. And we're working on our next event, which will be on refill solutions. We're looking at dates in May, so watch this space on that. We also publish reports. Our last one was on refillable and reusable packaging, but we've also done other reports on global packaging trends, sustainable packaging, and things like that. And last but not least is our Innovation Zone platform. For those that are unfamiliar to that this is a searchable and easy to use innovation platform covering all the latest packaging innovations. We've got over 6,800 listed, and we're uploading 25 new initiatives every week, or 5 a day. And these are from concept to in-market launches. So we're not just finding things that are on supermarket shelves and online, but also those developments that are pre-commercialization and in development. So that might give us a clue as to what will be coming down the line in future years. Very much a global view. So we're tracking innovations from an international perspective, and it's a great way to keep your teams and yourself up to speed and get inspired and create those great ideas. So without further ado, let's look at some new packaging innovations. So these are the plastic packaging innovations part 1. So as always, this isn't a sign of best practice. We're just reflecting what is going on in the market through our Innovation Zone packaging platform. So let's go. French pharmaceutical packaging company Unette has introduced the integrated desiccant closure, which reduces the number of components needed to have a complete desiccant system for pharmaceutical bottles. Unette's squeeze and turn screw cap combines child-resistant desiccant and tamper-evident features in one single piece. To ensure the protection of medicines inside a bottle, child-resistant caps systems are often composed of a bottle, a 2-piece closure, and an added desiccant and an induction seal. Unette's solution has only 2 parts. With the desiccant integrated into the closure, this not only significantly reduces the amount of plastic used, but also eliminates the need for a separate desiccant. In addition, the integrated desiccant chamber can be filled with different absorbents, including silica gel, molecular sieve, or equilibrium RH stabilizers. UK-based innovative packaging specialist Cyrene has launched what it says is the world's first ovenable packaging printed with water-based inks. It is compliant with both EU and FDA packaging regulations. The range features ovenable films and pouches that have been printed and laminated with water-based inks and adhesives, and which have reportedly been tested by Smithers for ovenable food safety performance at up to 220 degrees Celsius or 430 degrees Fahrenheit. The packaging is decorated using Sirene's amethyst print technology, which, according to the company, results in high print definition, enhanced image clarity, and greater densities with no plate costs. The materials are available in the form of reels, flat bags, or flat and stand-up pouches. Next up is Distriplast. They're a manufacturer of corrugated polypropylene products based in northern France. They produced Diplast PP products for signage and building products, and they also manufacture corrugated boxes and protection products such as layer pads and top sheets. Diplast sheets can be easily die-cut, folded and glued with corona treatment for printing on request. Ultrasonic or hot air-wielded fixtures allow for the making of highly sophisticated boxes. Being made from polypropylene, these lightweight and cheaper products are easily recycled. Diplast products are available in a wide range of dimensions, colors, thicknesses, weights, and treatments. Distribox corrugated boxes can be easily customized for brands with inline, one-color flexo printing. Aside from boxes, Distriplast is also able to manufacture protective internal dividers and trays. British supermarket chain Tesco has formed a partnership with international independent organisation Keep Sea Blue, which will mean that the plastic packaging for its fish products will contain a minimum of 30% recycled seaside plastic, RSP. This is recycled coastal plastic collected from beaches, coastlines, and coastal communities within 10 kilometres of the Mediterranean Sea. A network of collectors across the region, including local authorities, non-profits, volunteer groups, and the private sector, collects the packaging plastic, at which point the PET packaging will be sorted, ground, washed, and recycled to be utilised into food-grade packaging materials. The recycled PET will be used in trays to pack Tesco's salmon, haddock, cod, and sea bass lines. It's quite an innovative to see recycled plastic being used for food packaging applications, but we are definitely seeing more examples of this in our innovation zone. UK organic dairy Yo Valley is offering its customers the opportunity to obtain reusable lids for its 350-gram and 450-gram yogurt tubs. Consumers can go to the Yo Valley website and exchange Yokens, which can be earned by redeeming codes from Yo Valley packaging to obtain their own lid, which is set to replace the previous clip lid design. Yo Valley have made the decision to remove the clip lids previously used following successful trials on their Greek yogurt pots. Removing the clip lids will save an estimated 145 tonnes of plastic a year. Yo Valley's organic 350-gram and 450-gram yogurts are currently sold in Griner Packaging's K3 cardboard plastic cups, which are recyclable, made from 100% recycled PET, and wrapped in cardboard made from FSC certified material. The packaging can be cleaned and separated into the plastics and cardboard recycling streams, respectively. Austrian label converter CCL Labels has announced the launch of stretch sleeves that are reportedly 50% thinner than a market standard. While current labels tend to come in at around 45 micron, these are 30 micron. CCL have calculated that over 100 million sleeves, producers could save up to 32 tonnes of plastic. The company sees the main applications to be for returnable 1 litre PET bottles commonly used in the mineral water market. These stretch labels are made from mono PE, which has a high degree of elasticity. This means that no adhesives and that no heat is necessary to apply the sleeve to the bottle or other container. It attaches itself and stays in place with the help of its own elasticity. It is possible to integrate different percentages of recycled content using PCR material. Fast food giant Burger King has formed a partnership with reusable cup company Recup to supply their reusable cups in German restaurants. From the start of 2023, customers in all 750 Burger King restaurants have been able to order drinks, milkshakes, and ice cream in reusable cups. The move follows a successful trial in selected restaurants in the Cologne area as part of a reusable pilot project. The pilot project has provided important insights for the nationwide launch of an attractive, reusable system that guests can easily use. A deposit of €1 is paid for Recup cups and lids, which means a deposit of €2 for a drink with a lid. The return is possible in every Burger King restaurant and at over 16,500 Recup partners throughout Germany. After being returned, the cups are cleaned in the catering dishwashers like normal tableware and then returned to the cycle. This one is a bit different. Yamazaki is a Japanese company that creates everyday items designed to make the best use of limited living space. Their magnetic spray bottle is designed to be attracted to any magnetic surface, such as washing machines or fridges, for easy grab and spray access. It can be filled with shop bought cleaning solutions or the customer's own formulations. It has 3 modes, which is spray, mist, or can be switched off with a simple twist of the nozzle. It is available in either black or white and retails for about $12 on Amazon or through their online site, and it weighs 104 grams. And it's certainly an alternative to many of the reusable packaging solutions that we've tracked in recent times. Munich-based Bretzheimer Honey have introduced a new flip-top lid for part of its product range. The flip-top lid was developed as a way of making sticky jars a thing of the past. Traditional metal straw top lids suffer from being glued to the jar if the consumer is not diligent when replacing the lid. We've all done it, making it difficult to open on the next occasion. Because of the lid's design, no honey comes into contact with the screw top. So the new lid also features an integrated scraper edge, meaning none of the product is wasted, and the consumer does not have to hold the spoon in their hand until it is clean enough to be put down. The new format features a foil seal that is required to be peeled before replacing the flip-top lid. Both the glass jar and lid can be recycled separately and easily. Vinventions began as a company in 2015 with the intention of supplying the wine sector with sustainable closures. Under their brand name Norma Cork, they have now launched the Norma Cork Ocean, which is reported to be the first closure in the world made from ocean-bound plastic, OBP. This isn't the first instance that we've reported recently of ocean-bound plastic being used. The OBP is collected by an organisation certified to Zero Plastic Ocean Standards. The certification ensures that OBP is collected under ethical and profitable conditions, which are audited, and that collection areas and waste collected are compliant with the OBP definition given by Zero Plastic Oceans. This guarantees that collection efforts have the highest impact on preventing marine pollution. For the launch, Vinventions has forged 2 partnerships with 2 wine brands in the France region. Ranty, I'm going to feature them again. I went to the Packaging Innovation Show last week and spoke to the CEO who had a stand, and he impressed me with some of his new initiatives. So we saw it and immediately posted into our Innovation Zone platform. So the Toronto, Canada-based business has introduced this new Mini-Me product, which is a miniature-sized cube-shaped pouch designed to replace heavy, weighty supplement and nutrient bottles. Made from HDPE or PET, the Mini-Me is lightweight and easy to carry, making it more sustainable. It is reported that by using the Mini-Me pouch, users can reduce their carbon footprint by up to 70%. The Mini-Me pouch is seen as the perfect choice for those consumers looking to live a more sustainable lifestyle while still getting the nutrients they need, while no longer being required to lug around heavy plastic bottles and contributing to excess plastic waste. The sizes are customizable and can be flexo or gravure printed. Child-resistant options are also available. That's the end of part 1 of our talk of the latest plastic packaging innovations. I'm now delighted to introduce you to David Rimmer, MD at Unette Group. David has a wealth of experience in the packaging industry and has been MD of Unette for nearly 8 years. Unette offer a range of premium sachets and tear-top tubes for the packaging of nutraceuticals, food, sports gels, and collagen drinks for people on the go. David will be discussing how you can reduce plastic waste through innovative packaging. We will have a Q&A session at the end of the webinar, so get your questions in. David, over to you.
Yes, thank you for your introduction, Paul. I'm delighted to be able to share with you a few ideas for reducing plastic that you probably haven't come across before. Today, we're going to show brand holders how they can reduce plastic waste by up to 80% and cost by up to 25%. We're going to show them how to take a major step forward in hitting your corporate responsibility targets and also to bring their brand to a new generation of consumers. In particular, we're going to take a look at some solutions that could reduce, refill, rethink our plastic packaging. So, who are we? Who is Unette? We are first and foremost specialist contract packers. We pack liquids, pastes, and gels for nutraceutical, nutrition, cosmetics, industrial, and automotive markets. Pretty much anything. We've been around for over 60 years and we're based in Nantwich, Cheshire. That's near Manchester in the UK. And the thing that sets us apart is that we build all our own machines. So we have a range of unique formats not available anywhere else. So let's bring to life what we do. So we work with brand holders who want premium sachet solutions. We take an IBC of the customer's product, we get the design printed, we form the tubes or sachets, as we call them, on our machine. We fill the product into our tubes, and then we pack them into whatever format the customer wants. And we do all this in our purpose-built ISO 9001 BRC AA facility, and it's powered by our solar panel installation, which we installed last year. So that's who we are and what we do. Let's talk about a problem that we're all trying to solve, and that's plastic pollution. It's a massive problem. It's a problem for wildlife and ocean creatures. Much of the UK's plastic waste is dumped and burned overseas, affecting people's health. To stop this, we must produce less plastic in the first place. We have a responsibility to the world, the country, and future generations. It can no longer be ignored, and brands and corporate organizations are under increasing scrutiny as to what they are doing to help this situation. Let's just take a bit more of a look at corporate responsibility. So brand holders and companies can't swerve this issue any longer. Customers demand it, employees demand it, partners and vendors demand it, investors demand it. And just a few stats for you. 90% of large US companies publish sustainability and responsibility reports. I suppose it makes you wonder, how long will the other 10% actually stay in business who are not taking sustainability seriously? The push for sustainability and responsibility is a reaction to growing stakeholder expectations, and 73% of investors are looking for environmental and social responsibility sustainable in business. So declaring their environment, their economic and their social policies. Now, let's have a think about the role of sustainability and looking forward, and in particular, the role of Gen Z, Gen Z, and sustainability. So who are they and why are they so important? Well, Gen Z are people born between the 90s and the noughties, roughly spanning 1995 to 2010. Here is some data from the World Economic Forum. From the graph, you will see that the declining importance of brands when consumers are making their purchases, sustainability is far more important in fact. It goes on to say that 3/4 of Gen Z buyers prefer to buy sustainably rather than go for the brand name. The days of hero brands are over, unless they become sustainability heroes themselves. What's to come for brands that are not making step changes in their sustainability choices is that Gen Z are not only the purchasers of the now and the future, they're going to be running our companies in the next few short years. So, what are brand holders actually doing? Well, recently I attended the Paris Packaging Show, and it was billed as the cosmetic packaging of the future. What I saw was a range of screw cap tubes made from 100% mono PP, 50% post-consumer recycled polyethylene, bio-based polyethylene or sugarcane, and then some lightweighting up to 28% in sleeve and cap and head. But that was it. Commendable efforts, but as we know, invariably the packaging is contaminated. So only a small percentage will actually get recycled. According to Greenpeace, less than 10% of our plastic packaging waste is recycled in the UK. And even then, considering the considerable conversion costs and significant transportation and reprocessing costs, isn't it simpler to just use less plastic in the first place? And this has been the approach for us at Unette. And I'm not talking about small changes in plastic reduction. We're talking about big ones, up to 80%. Now, I'm not here to judge brand holders' efforts. As we've heard, the consumers will decide that. I just want to show you what is possible, and the rest is up to you. So I now want to introduce you to Unette. Now, we're introducing Unette as a sub-brand to offer a range of plastic reduction solutions to brand holders that wouldn't normally find us. We are a contract packer at the end of the day, so why would anyone think to look there for plastic reduction solutions? But with the power of the right SEOs, we hope to become visible to a whole new audience of brand holders that want to make a big difference to their business and to the planet. The three fundamental principles in our offering are reduce, refill, and rethink. So, part of our reduce offering is our unique flagship solution, the Tear and Tuck reclosable sachet. It uses 80% less plastic than the equivalent screw cap tube. So let's take a look at our promotional video. So there we have it. This is the Tear and Tuck. And so we wanted to test the concept, and we worked with Eureka Europe. And consumers were showed two products side by side, both 50ml tubes, and were presented with a number of statements. And the less plastic reclosable sunscreen pack and the eco-responsible reclosable sunscreen pack scored 7.8 out of 10. Now, what they measure this on is The consumer's feedback is interpreted on whether the product was meaningfully unique and their likelihood to buy. Now, Eureka Europe said that score of 7 or more, and you have a winner on your hands. So 7.8 out of 10 is a great score, and it was particularly popular with younger buyers. But the benefits of Tear and Tuck don't stop there. Here's some more methods of reduction, and this time it's in place of carbon emissions. So the product can be helped. Here is a pallet of screw cap tubes, 5,000 of them. Sat alongside is a roll of laminate, which can also produce 5,000 Tear and Tuck tubes. The comparison is stunning. Less space, less pallets, less transport equals lower carbon emissions. So let's hear what our very own Gen Z, Ella, has to say about Tear and Tuck, and she has a live demonstration for you.
Hi everyone, my name's Ella and I'm part of the sales team here at Unette. And I'm here just to briefly talk about our Tear and Tuck reclosable sachet. The whole concept behind the sachet is that it's lightweight, it's durable, you can dispense as little or as much product as you'd like and reclose it and use it at a later date, but also it can be up to 80% less plastic than your typical screw cap tube. I'm just going to briefly do a quick demonstration on how we use it. It's really quick and easy. So you simply just tear off the tip here. So you tear that off. You can dispense as little or as much product as you'd like. You then simply just get rid of the excess product in the nozzle, and then you can fold it and close it like that. Now, as you can see, I'm putting a lot of pressure onto this sachet and no product is coming out of it. This then means that you can put it in your back pocket, you can put it in your bag, on the go, and no more product is going to come out of it. I don't know about anybody else, but when you travel and you have your clear plastic bags, I struggle to fit a lot of stuff in there. With this, you can fit as many of these in. And I think the most important part is that it is up to 80% less plastic than a typical screw cap tube.
So there we have it. Let's move to another of our reduce plans. So the next product I have to show you is our child resistant. We built our business on the easy opening of our tear top tubes, but here is a solution that requires a pair of scissors to open. The tube has been tested to BS ISO 14735 and US 16 CFR 17020. And here we have it shown as a replacement for rigid plastic bottle used for nick shots in the vape industry. If you look closely at the scales, you will see that the rigid plastic bottle weighs 8.2 grams and the child resistant pack weighs 1.2 grams. That's a massive 85% reduction in plastic. Our next solution is a little more common, and that is the refill. This is our version, and it involves offering the consumer a concentrated product that they can pour into an empty rigid container or trigger spray through the convenient directional nozzle and then just top up with water, saving and reusing the container. Now, this one is our rethink option, and this is a massive plastic wastage crime. This is a picture inside a cupboard in my garage at home. I'm sure many of you could take a similar picture. Here's a question for all of you that recognize cartridges like this. Where do these cartridges end up when I come to use them for the second time, 6 months later? Is it A, they work perfectly and I can use the contents over and over? Or is it B, landfill? They've gone rock hard and I now need to go and buy a replacement. Well, The answer is B, unfortunately. But what if we rethink the problem? Provide multi-packs of small amounts, use them all if you need to, or just what you need and save the rest for next time. It's something we think would work really well in the DIY industry. Now, let's take a look at the construction of our packs. Now, I recognize we have an international audience today, so I apologize if this is UK focused, but I'm sure that you will know what the recycling requirements and capabilities are in your own countries. So depending on the product being packed and the required barrier properties, we have 3 laminate options. The first one is a mono PE. This is the most easy to recycle, but also has the lowest of the barrier properties. It's recycle symbol 4, currently front of store. We also have a mono PP offering, still easy to be recycled, although recycled PP is generally not approved for food contact, but does have a good level of barrier properties. And that also can be recycled front of store, but is recycle symbol 5. And then we have the 4-ply laminate for products requiring a very high level of barrier properties and product resistance. We have a laminate for composite materials containing aluminium. It's recycle symbol 7, so it's currently only recycled by commercial means in the UK. However, let's not forget, whichever solution you require, they all use significantly less plastic in the first place. So the features of all our products are that they're compact, robust, lightweight, easy to carry, easy to use, with a premier appearance and feel. We have high quality and the designs are unique to Unette. Our tubes are customizable to match your brand imagery. They all have directional nozzles for control, dispense, and we have them in the range from 0.5 ml to 100 ml. One of the most common trends we're finding with our customer base at the moment is the desire to use them for online retailing. So we can put them into cartons that fit through letterboxes and they fold flat and they don't break. So ideal in those applications. So if you're a responsible brand holder and you want to reduce plastic waste by up to 80% and cost by up to 25%, you want to take a major step forward in hitting your corporate responsibility targets, and you want to bring your brand to a new generation of consumers, then contact Unette, www.unette.co.uk, and thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, David. I really enjoyed your presentation. I particularly liked Ella's video, which really brought to life how Tear and Tuck works and its benefits. So thank you. And I look forward to doing the Q&A at about 10 to the hour. So without further ado, let's look at some additional plastic packaging innovations from the PackUp's Innovation Zone platform. Alicante-based tomato processors Boncha and sustainable packaging manufacturer ITC Packaging have collaborated on the launch of a new lid for the packaging of its grated tomato range. The new solution for the grated tomato is made from bio-based polypropylene, a material from non-fossil fuel sources that helps reduce carbon emissions whilst guaranteeing the sustainability of raw materials. This second-generation biopolymer is different from the fossil raw material because it is of plant origin and it comes from organic waste that is processed until it turns into polymers. To guarantee the origin of the raw material, ITC have accepted the system of ISCC Plus certification a protocol that has allowed the incorporation of new biocircular materials that optimize the sustainability of packaging into the ITC portfolio. This certification has enabled ITC to launch its first circular packaging projects made from material from advanced recycling and therefore suitable for food contact. Next up is Spanish machinery supplier Mespac and US plastic packaging manufacturer Hoffa, who have jointly launched a spout and cap closure made from a monomaterial. The new P15 is said to be lightweight and contain 20% less plastic than previous designs. In its utilization of monolayers, the closure is not thought to require separation in the recycling stream. This is hoped to produce a higher quality recyclate and save energy during the recycling process. Hoffa says that the P15 is compatible with polypropylene and polyethylene recycle-ready pouches. Hoffa anticipates that the P15 will contribute towards the recyclable spouted stand-up pouches it has developed in collaboration with Mespac. Such projects aim to bring the European and global packaging markets closer to circularity in line with the EU's ambitions to ensure the complete recyclability of all plastic packaging by 2030. FairCup is a Germany-wide deposit system for reusable cups and lids and have become the only deposit system to be awarded the Blue Angel Eco label. The difference between FairCup and other reusable formats is that they claim to be the only system in Germany where the reusable lid is part of the system. The deposit system works via the FairCup app, whereby the customer pays a small deposit, which is refunded on return of the cup. Their reusable lids fit all cup sizes and are easy to clean. FairCups are made from polypropylene, and therefore the cups are considered to be easy to recycle. FairCups are lightweight, dishwasher safe, and can be washed and reused up to 1,000 times. Well, the reality is that they will never be reused on that many occasions, of course. They deliberately avoided printing on the cups, which means that at end of life, the cups can then be returned to granulate and completely recycled. Now, we're seeing a lot of initiatives in the Germany market following a recent announcement at the beginning of the year that instructed food outlets to provide a reusable packaging alternative. Luxembourg-based global cleantech company Clarita has partnered with Total Energies Fluids, a division of French petroleum company Total Energies, to produce the world's first purportedly sustainable ultra-pure solvent made from plastic waste. The result is the fruit of an 18-month collaboration between the companies on joint research and development. Clarita leverages its proprietary innovative upcycling technology to transform plastic waste into sustainable, high-quality solvents, waxes, and oils. Total Energies Fluids then further converts the upcycled materials using its hydrodearomatization technology, HDA, into very high purity solvents that meet the quality needs required for the most stringent applications. Ultra-pure solvents are used in pharmaceutical, cosmetics, and other highly demanding markets that require safe, colorless, odorless, tasteless products that meet the highest standards of purity criteria. Producing these solvents from plastic waste significantly reduces their environmental impact and addresses the challenge of end-of-life plastics. Fast food giant McDonald's is testing strawless lids in the US. The company declined to say where the pilot stores were located, but trade publication Restaurant Business said that they had spotted the new lids in Minneapolis. According to the publication, the lids come with a pullback tab that keeps the top closed for transport, and when that tab is pulled, it exposes a half-moon opening for easy drinking of the contents. McDonald's said that it has been successful pilots of strawless lids in other countries, including China. And we also note that this initiative has also taken place with Starbucks in other markets in recent times. The test is expected to reduce 400 metric tons of plastic waste per year, and the wider opportunity is clearly significantly bigger. The move to strawless lids follows criticism from UK consumers who complain that the paper straws that were introduced to replace the plastic versions disintegrated in their drinks. In 2018, McDonald's pledged to recycle food and beverage packaging in 100% of McDonald's restaurants by the end of 2025, a deadline that is looming. Polish multinational food company Mazpek Valadich Group has become the first food company to change its cartons to SIG's dome twist closure with tethered cap in their market for their Combi Dom carton packs. The company recently launched their Timbark Vega juices in the Combi Dom 500ml carton bottle with dome twist TC. They intend to move their 1 litre packs to the same format in due course. The caps are compatible with SIG's existing filling lines and cap applicators, an example of the flexibility and adaptability of the packaging and filling solutions at minimal cost to customers. The closure does not need to be held in place, so the consumer can conveniently drink from the pack without being disturbed by the closure. The move comes well ahead of an EU directive on closures for single-use beverage packaging that will come into force in July next year. And indeed, we've tracked many of these similar initiatives in our Innovation Zone platform. Toronto-based Aranti has launched a new product called the Beyond Spout Pouch, which the company calls the pouch without the spout. The new flexible valve technology provides controlled dispensing and spill-proof containment of liquids in flexible packaging. The flexible valve yields when squeezed, and pressure is applied to the product compartment, which then enables controlled dispensing. When pressure is released, the valve reoccupies and closes the dispensing channel. Dispensing is said to be easy and convenient with one-handed functionality. The Beyond Spout pouch is also stated to be efficient for inline production applications. This patent-pending innovation is available with either digital or gravure print. It is also available in 100% recycled material. The pouch boasts a myriad of uses, including shampoo and conditioner, lotions and gels, soap and body wash, hand sanitizers, household cleaners, etc. Pact Retail Accessories, based in St Albans in the UK, specialises in reusable products such as garment hangers and security sensors. In this case, they've introduced the Polybox, a polymer-based box that is a substitute for corrugated packaging, enabling garment boxes to be reused and no longer discarded for recycling after only one use. Although the initial creation of a Polybox has a larger carbon footprint than a corrugated cardboard box, it is reported that after just one reuse, the greenhouse gas emissions become lower than those for single-use board containers that are then recycled. The Polybox comes in a variety of box sizes that are available for production use and can be customized for a retailer's needs. Reusing an item multiple times creates a carbon footprint that is reportedly up to 64% lower than the comparable single-use option. It also uses up to 80% less water. Pact launched the Polybox in 2022 with successful retail trials at merchants in the United Kingdom and also Australia. Camvac is a packaging company based in East Anglia that specialises in metallized PET and OPP films. Their latest development is a PET barrier film that contains over 60% PCR content, well above the required 30% minimum of the UK plastic packaging tax threshold. This new film, known as Extra PET PCR, is part of Camvac's Extra PET film range, which is used primarily for the food and converter marketplace. It also positions itself within Camvac's growing Camvert range of sustainable packaging solutions. The high barrier polyester laminate film's versatility contributes to the film being used for a wide range of processed meats, fresh meats, poultry, pasta, vegetable, and bakery packaging. The peelable Extra PET PCR is available as an adhesive laminate of 12 micron polyester to 20 micron. Extra PET PCR peelable total PCR content makes up 62% of the laminate structure. German film manufacturer Orvac specializes in producing thermoform wall barrier films. Their new film, Allflex SR, is a multi-layer nylon polyethylene film that has a recyclability of 100% in the plastic film and LDPE flows, according to the Institute Cyclos HTP standard. Films can also be used reused with a recyclability of 75%. Packaged goods that are frozen or pasteurized are suitably protected by the film, which is especially relevant for goods like meat or sausages. The films are manufactured by co-extrusion, a technique which makes it possible to combine different films or use additives. The film is suitable for packaging produced on thermoforming machines and tolerates a temperature of up to 100 degrees Celsius for up to 4 hours. The composite film allows for a large window through which to see the product whilst ensuring a longer shelf life. Technology startup Polytag, based in North Wales, has announced the development of a new UV tag reading solution. The two-part technology consists of a UV 2D printing capabilities and a UV tag reader, a unit to be installed in recycling centres. Both parts are low cost and easily retrofitted onto existing label printing systems and recycling detection systems respectively. The technology was developed in partnership with researchers at the Advanced Manufacturing Research Centre and will provide key stakeholders in the packaging supply chain with access to never-before-seen packaging lifecycle data, including where and when it was produced and the percentage of recycled materials it contains. Retailers Co-op and Ocado have already partnered with Polytag. Later this year, UV tags will be printed onto the labels of Co-op's 2-litre own brand spring water bottles and detected by Polytag's UV tag reader at the Abergele Recycling Centre in North Wales. Okay, David, thanks again for an excellent presentation earlier. I really enjoyed it and you covered off an awful lot of really interesting stuff. When I was watching, the first thing that sort of came to my mind was I'm really interested in finding out a little bit more about how an innovation like Tear and Tuck gets created. Are you able to sort of explain the process in a bit more detail?
Well, there's a little bit of an interesting story behind this, Paul. What started out is that we've been innovators for many, many years. So as I said earlier, we build all our own machines. So we're always looking for new and exciting projects. We identified a long time ago that we should try to develop a reclosable sachet to make it multi-use. And we've actually had this product in the portfolio for 12 years now and never actually done very much with it. It was developed in conjunction with our sister company in the US, and they used it a small amount, but we've not really done much with it. And we had an innovation session. I mentioned the Eureka people earlier on, and what we did with them, they said, tell us something you've got in your portfolio which is meaningfully unique. And the only thing we could say is really, really unique is the Tear and Tuck. So they then ask a series of questions, say, but why is it unique? Well, it's a reclosable sachet, but why is that important? And you get to why, until the end you say, well, it costs more. It costs less, I should say. Why does it cost less? It uses less plastic.
Yeah.
And as soon as we said it uses less plastic, that was the point at which you go, oh, and the penny dropped, and all of a sudden we've looked at all our product range and say, actually, we can really do stuff for the environment by reducing plastic, and hence today's presentation.
Excellent. That's a really good story. Yeah. I mean, it's a penny dropped, didn't it, really, in terms of, and very much in line with the market needs. How long does it take to bring a product to market, and what is the process?
Okay, well, it can take as little as 6 weeks or however long. We've launched products in that time previously. Invariably, it'll all boil down to how long the design takes. So we normally would say 6 weeks from final design, because we all know what the marketeers are going to be doing with that. But once we get to that process, what we're doing is taking some sample product, we're going to put it in the tubes, we'll send an artwork template, load the template with the artwork, get it printed, send the product over, and we pull all the things together, and we're done that way.
Okay. And the client is involved in that sort of innovation process in terms of input and in terms of the designs and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's a two-way process. We just work very closely together, and it's amazing how quickly it comes together.
Yeah. Okay. Many eco solutions can cost more than the products that they are replacing. You seem to be suggesting that it could cost less. Can you build on that a little bit?
Well, yes, and there's a simple reason for that. Yes, the substrates cost more. There's no doubt about it because they're not really in mass production at this moment in time. And yes, you're right. There's a premium for that. However, because we're using so much less product and there's less transport involved, we can actually offer real cost savings as well.
Okay, brilliant. And what products are most suited to your solutions?
Well, it depends which solution we're talking about. If I was to go to Tear and Tuck, first of all, I would say we think there's a great opportunity for topical creams, sun creams, and also anything which you need to currently use a screw cap tube for. You know, that's its purpose. It's a direct replacement for that. So that's where we see most of the opportunities for Tear and Tuck. The child resistant, I would suggest we think nicotine shots and household products where you want to keep children out, where you need to use the scissors for that. Again, replacing the rigid plastic. Clearly, the refills, concentrates, household, again, seems to be the best market opportunity for that. And then I suppose the Rethink one where we showed the cartridge, that's a DIY product clearly. But the Rethink part of it is also getting everybody to think outside the box at their applications. So I'd like to think we've got something for everybody.
Yeah, brilliant. And certainly hitting the refill growing market is a really good thing as well. Yeah, really good. Okay, so how can people get hold of sample?
Well, our website is www.unette.co.uk. So contact us there. There's an inquiry form on the website. And I just wanted to offer something up. I think I mentioned I was at the Packaging Innovation Show last week. What was very sad to see was that there were stands empty due to the disaster in Turkey and Syria there. And so what I would like to offer everybody who wants to make an inquiry, or wants to get some samples, is that we'll make a donation of £25 for every inquiry we get on our website, requesting the samples. Fill your details in. We'll make a £25 donation until the end of February to the Syria and Turkey Disaster Recovery Fund.
That's excellent. A really good thing to do. David, thank you very much for your time and speak to you soon.
Thank you, Paul. Goodbye now.
Bye now.